In this video, we are sharing the process that we use to prepare our scroll saw projects. So if you're a scroll saw beginner, or if you're looking to improve, or you are learning how to go about making your scroll saw projects, hopefully some of these ideas might help out. The first part of the process that we use is to develop the design. So initially we might have an idea, and then we go through a process of developing the design, refining that design, eliminating any issues and problems, and arriving at a final idea that you are happy with. From here, we're keen to get on with the making of our projects. So we get straight into selecting the wood or whatever material you're planning on using. Our choice for most of our projects is wood, so we select the wood and then go on to our next stage of getting ready for our scroll saw project. This next stage is to prepare the wood. So now that we have selected the wood, we have to prepare it. We'll study the wood to see if there's any cracks, twists, warps, any issues that might cause us a problem while making the project. We will cut it to the thickness that we want, plane it down, and then sand it nice and flat in preparation for our scroll saw project. Now that we've prepared the wood, we need to add guidelines that will be used for the cutting out on the scroll saw. We use a few different methods for getting the design onto the wood. Two methods that we tend to stick to are using carbon paper to draw the design onto the wood from your original drawing, or you can stick the design onto the wood itself using PVA glue. You can draw freehand if you are more artistic, but this can be more challenging for yourselves and ourselves as well. One idea that a number of people have introduced to ourselves, and one that you may find useful if you have difficulties in following the line, is to use red ink to mark out so it's nice and distinctive. We don't use this ourselves because often we're drawing on mahogany and that can be a little bit more difficult to see. Now that we have added our guidelines, we proceed to stack the different layers together. Stack cutting is a method that we always like to introduce in our videos because it allows us to be more productive and to get more out of the time that we spend on the scroll saw. The main method we use for stacking is to put a dot of super glue in the four corners of the piece, sticking those different layers together. You can screw the layers together, or alternatively, you can sellotape them together. If you choose to sellotape them together, make sure you get the sellotape nice and flat so it isn't rocking about on the bed of your scroll saw when you're cutting out. Another stage, after we've finished stacking and our designs are dry on the woods, is to use a spike to mark out where the drill holes for the pierce work are going to go. This is a stage that we've used for many years, but if I'm being honest, I get lazy and I don't always do this. And it is a mistake because by using that spike to mark out where the drill holes are going to go, it allows us to be a lot more accurate and precise in the work that we're doing. Once we've marked everything with that spike, we can then go across to the pillar drills and we can drill the holes for doing the pierce work on the scroll saw. We use a larger drill bit for the larger holes, and then for the finer holes, we use the finest possible drill bits. It is worth noting, if you are using pin blades, you will need to drill a larger hole, which means you can do less fine pierce work. If you are using pinless blades, you can do very fine, small, accurate holes for doing that pierce work on your projects. After you have finished drilling those holes, the final stage we go through in terms of preparing our scroll saw projects is to sand the back of the wood nice and flat. Again, this reduces the amount of rocking about on the scroll saw bed, preventing vibration and allowing you to cut out more easily and accurate when you're scroll sawing. And so there you have it. Our final stage is to get on that scroll saw and to start cutting out the projects. Let us know in the comment section if there's any areas you feel that we've overlooked that you use on your own projects. If you've got any questions as well about the process that we use, feel free to ask us. We're always delighted if we can help you out. Thank you again for watching. If that's useful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And as always, we'll be back again soon with more videos.